morning, everyone. It's Monday morning. We obviously got back last night from the family trip and it was amazing. Very weird in the respect that we had sort of 2 days up there, one night, and traveling in between. But it felt like a bit of a holiday. It was really nice to see cousin and auntie again. They were happy that we'd come up. It was a bit emotional, obviously, for everyone, but it was needed. We definitely needed a little break. Today we've got I'm off to the shop really early at 6:38. Wifey's got a flat tire on a cube, so I've got to go and either get the 17s down off the shelf and change all four, or pump the 16s up for now so she can get to school, drop the kids off and come home, and then I'll have to do a wheel swap and we'll figure out what's going on with that tyre, why it keeps deflating. We've got a Pro Ace in today, the one I did a little while ago. Guess what? The camera's failed. Yay, another one. I need to either up the price of these reverse cameras so I cover my costs of doing it twice, or Connects 2 need to stop selling garbage equipment. Really frustrating. We have confirmation with the weather. We will be seeing snow this week. Don't know how much, but yeah. Weather at the minute is changeable, but it does look like we are going to have some kind of snow, which will be exciting. It did start while we were up in Sheffield yesterday. It did start coming out of the sky on Sunday, but it was literally like a little smattering and then it kind of stopped, which everyone was panicking for, and me and the girls were like, yeah, let's go sledging. When you've got like less than a centimetre on the floor, yeah, you probably just grip to the tarmac. But yeah, it was exciting. Everyone was kind of having a laugh about it. Subscribe count hasn't really changed. Nothing really much more to say about the channel other than obviously we'll continue. I see a post yesterday from Jay, sent me a message. The Subaru engine has blown up, so he's got it currently on eBay for spares or repairs. But yes, I feel sorry for him, the trials and tribulations that he's had with that bloody car, and then to go ahead and wrap it all, get it ready and looking nice, and then the engine went. What a pickle. But if you want a cheap Subaru, there's one online. Morning Jace, morning boys. I know his kids will be watching. Right lads. Anyway, off to the shop, go and get either 17s or the pump, and then go back home and do something with wifey's car. We should hear about the van either today or tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, which should be just in time to test out the all-terrain tyres and the bad weather, which would be quite funny. This thing's been a peach. It drove yesterday really well up to Sheffield and back. It was great, really comfortable, lots of space. The only thing I would say is the panels obviously are very big, and Ford, you need to take note of this, you need more sound deadening in the back of the car, because on certain roads all of the big panels start acting like speakers, and the noise inside, the booming from potholes and rough roads is really bad. So that needs addressing. You slam the tailgate shut so you can actually see the whole thing move in and out like it's, you know, acting like a speaker. But other than that, no, really happy with it. It's been a great vehicle. It was flying along yesterday. We covered some mileage in it, and it was good. So it's a nice vehicle. Heated seats are good. The heater's good. It's not anywhere near as good as the Merc power-wise or anything like that. Obviously, there's a big difference in engine, but comfort-wise, probably do with a little bit more movement on my seat. I mean, I'm 6 foot and I do feel like my legs are kind of crimped in a little bit. You kind of want to stretch out a little bit further. But other than that, it is a cracking vehicle, can't lie. Better than that S-Max or C-Max, whatever it was. I'm so glad we didn't go up in that, Jesus. Anyway, nearly at the shop, gonna get some stuff and swap stuff and do stuff, and I'll see you in a bit when we've got our first one in. Pro Ace obviously for the camera replacement, and then this afternoon we've got that Ford Kuga coming back in. We've got to do fascia kit and Pioneer 360 Wi-Fi. So a nice gentle start to the week, hopefully. See you in a bit. Morning guys. Right, we got our first one in. Ford C-Mac, no sorry, Ford Kuga. We got a fascia change, so we've got to change all of this. Hazard button and that to relocate. And then we've got Pioneer system to put in here, so we're doing a 360 on this one. Microphone's going to go up in the center, DAB aerial over there on the left, obviously USB. It's going to be Wi-Fi unit, that one down there. So obviously we can do CarPlay and Android Auto wirelessly. But that's pretty much it. We'll get cracking on this thing to start with today. The Pro Ace has just been dropped off for the camera swap as well. But this is our first one, so we'll have a good nose at that, and it will be different in a minute. I'm not going to do this clicky YouTube shit. See you in a bit. Well, that was fun. Jesus, that's a job and a half. Right, so bit of info for you. Obviously we needed to extend the top dash cable to be able to plug into the box. Connects 2 never make these leads long enough. The screen cable is short, and then the screen cable that comes from the Ford to the box is short, and then you're left with a short steering control harness. Hence why I was looking at this as an option, going in through the glove box and looking up to the back of the dash, but that was not going to work because of where it was. So I had to cut through under this panel here that's not going to be visible in order to get cable straight to the box, which is buried behind the head unit, and then get that to the back of the screen, which is then going to sit fairly tightly up here in the screen location. It's not, if I'm honest, the easiest of conversions. It's quite a mission to do. But that said, just turn on the car. Stop beeping. Shush, shush, shush. Shush. So we have got Pioneer on. Shush, 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 shush. We have got steering controls working, which is this one. That's all good. And it does do the screen there and the screen there. So a little bit of cutting, a little bit of fannying around. It's not, if I'm honest, not the easiest job. I say because you're trying to squeeze everything in to a small area. If you had a little bit more cable, the job would be a lot easier. But obviously Connect 2, they don't ever give you enough. So now we've got to try and wrestle this into its little location up here, and then basically build the dash back together. And he's done. But that's the first one down. Not for the faint-hearted, this dash cut, I will say that much, people. It's quite a mission. Right, I'm going to crack on, put this back together, clean the screen with my grubby mitts. I'll come back to you in a bit. Right then, dudes, we got a Pro Ace. Unfortunately, the camera, not one of mine. So is me slagging off Connect 2, and it's not actually mine. It's a original camera. The Sony is still working well. That's all we need to know. But officially, he needs to go back to Toyota. See you in a bit. Happy days. How we doing? Look what's back. Oh dear. So obviously they've been very descriptive about what they can and what they can't touch. So as you can see, there's the quarter panel there that they've gosh, look at that orange peel, very wobbly. Anyway, there's a dent there, a line that they've not touched, but this was the repair. So pulled all this in. The bumper's now neat against this. Apparently they've done loads of bodywork and stuff to it to get it all to fit. They've pulled the panel out, they've put filler in it. We obviously have this now lining up properly into the light there. There's no massive gap there anymore. The door now fits flat. This panel's been painted, replaced. We've got a new light. Unfortunately, I have just noticed that now that one looks slightly darker than that one, but they're not going to do anything about that. Tailgate, they've not touched. Tow bar, they've not touched. Center section, they've not touched. Ollie has replaced this sticker, but obviously we still have this damage this end, but they're not going to do anything about that. We'll put the exhaust bracket back on. We've got new reflector, new light, new under trim, and new paint, and it is what it is. So it's about as good as we're going to get it. I've signed off on it. Obviously we had some dirt in the paint that was just here, but they've kind of obviously flattened it back and got rid of all of that now. But as near as damn it, that's all we're going to have off of them, I think. But it's nice to have it back. The weather people have said there's been a change in direction and we may be getting snow tonight, so I'm quite happy to have this thing back with the big tyres on it. It might come in use, but hey ho, we have the van back, everyone. It's nice to see it back. Anyway, I'm going to give this a little clean, sort some bits and bobs out inside, and get ready to go home and cut up a video for you lovely lot. And I will see you bright and early in the morning for Snap on Tuesday. Toodaloo, everyone. Like and subscribe, you fucking idiots. Come on, I'm hilarious. See you soon.